Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft Ideas. This time we're gonna look at some windmills. Yes, I thought last time, I like to torture myself with big builds, so why not do it again? And so I did. So first things first, I'm just gonna say that neither of these two windmills have an interior, just so you know that before you go into this video. This is more of a building design itself and has nothing to do with interior. So if that's not for you, then I'm sorry, I'll try and do better next time. So first things first, this windmill is more futuristic design. It doesn't have the rotors, I guess they are rotors, not quite sure what these things are called, that you're normally used to with like the white thingy that goes on, like the rectangle. That it looked like these things are made out of leather and wood to hold it together. And therefore it looks both somewhat futuristic but also more of like an old school kind of windmill as well. So it's a nice mixture of both. So from the rotating part beside it has a front entrance which looks like a small house which is connected to the windmill itself, with also a tree right next to it which adds some nice overgrown onto the windmill itself. The house itself is nothing special, it's just something small that you could enter, and maybe your living quarters is there, well with the windmill is where you work. So it's not really that special and not that grand, but it does the job for a living quarter. Mainly made out of mangrove planks and white blocks as quartz and diorite, and it splits up to a different kind of wood. In this case it's oak on both sides, and some spruce signs to give a different color variation, and some trapdoors for the window opening, as also the fences for the window itself. You could combine some hanging roots to add some extra spirit to your build, some oldness, some small details that goes a long way. Surely if you work with mud bricks as I did and terracotta and such, it adds more to the color variation, and it's wonderful. It's a little thing that you can do. Roofing is also not rocket science. It's sandstone with deep slate tile stairs, and you just play around with the roundness of it. Domes are always fun to play with, not really, but they look nice. I'm going to the side here because it's easy to notice how this windmill is built. So it's basically different kind of circles which go up more towards the middle, so it's narrower, and then it expands back once you get higher in the windmill. The best way to approach this is to lay a lot of circles down first. So place your first circle down and then kind of see where you want to have your next circle. Then you can put this second circle down and so forth and so forth. Or you can just try and feel what looks better for you. So if you start with first circle and then go up from there. Start with from the middle of the circle everywhere, then go up to where you want it, and then go down depending on where you are in the circle, and then go back up to the other middle part and just keep on doing that small maneuver. Then keep on expanding while also going backwards. Do it on one side first, and once you're done with this side, so let's for example I'm done with this entire part here, then I'll copy the same thing on the other side. That way you only have to do it once, and if you don't like it how it looks, you only have to correct it once, and only when you're happy with how it looks, then you can copy it on the other parts as well. That's just a small tip I want to give you, so you don't always do 4 times the work that you should normally do. Anyway, once you're done until, let's say, here, then you go like 3 blocks backward. Yep, 3 blocks or 4 blocks backward, and then you put the other circle down. So this is just another circle, and then you connect the wood here with the windmill, the white part here, and connect it up, and then it looks all nice and dandy. From there on out you can just go one back and build up. I place some upside down stairs against it, and then you can go and build your roof. Your roof can be whatever you want. I put a double pointy roof here, which is a little bit more complex, a little bit more challenging, but you could just do something easier like a dome or maybe even a square, a very weird square. If you also want to do a pointy roof, well, good luck. The only tip I can give to you is do the high part first. So try to, well, really go for it. If you want to do a pointy roof, just fully commit to it. Go as high as you want, because if you only put it all the way down here, it's not going to look that well. So you really have to go all the way with it. and first do the middle part. So first do these 2 blocks you see over here. Put them all the way up to somewhere around here. Then do the same for the other one before you start connecting. So do the same thing over here, go all the way up and go here as well. And once you're done here, do 2 by 2. And from then on out, you can try to feel what a nice shape is for in between. And once you got that, then you just have to connect everything up. So then you start from over here in the middle, go all the way up. Okay, maybe you can see it with chisel deep slate, right? So this is like the pot I took. Just all the way up, connect it with this, and go all the way down. So basically copy paste. And then you got the main section done, and then you can start connecting the side parts over here. And those are mostly easier. It's a small struggle at the beginning, but once you got this small part down, then you can just do the same thing as you did down here with the windmill. Just copy paste it on all the other edges so you don't have to redo your work every time when you're not happy with how it looks. And that's the main windmill done. Could add some fences as I did on random occasions. It's not really, there's no real pattern in them except for not all together. So they are just not clustered together, they are widely spread out, but there's no pattern here. And then you do the same down here, just randomly place your fences and correct it if you don't like them. Keep on going with the fences. Try to overdo it again. If you only go all the way over here, for example, then it wouldn't look as nice as you do it all the way down here. Once you want to do something, make sure that you really go for it. And then looking at the rotors, do a middle part first, you get a nice little circle. And from there on out, you can just split up all the blades, I guess. Just make sure that the blades make sense. So you can't really copy paste this one toward that one, or else you will have like an X. So basically what you have to do is make 2 different rotors. So this rotor is the same as that rotor, but then you also have that rotor which is the same as this rotor. And that's all you need to know for this windmill. The next windmill is a lot easier, I gotta say. It's also a little bit more compactor. It's not as big, it gets there. But this is more of the classic windmill, I would say. So again, you start with the circle at the bottom and then you build up. Then you go 3 blocks backwards, do another circle like this. Put some stairs on top of it with the fences on top of it, and another circle which is basically looking down and placing trapdoors on the edge of every circle, and expand the bottom one, so expand this one. Here I use the circle method I didn't use over there, but I said before. So you see I use a circle first, then go up, then do another circle, then go up, another circle, up, another circle, and then you connect everything up. Right, so here you can see it even better. So it's like a circle, it goes up, and another circle, up, circle, 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 till you get to the top. And once you've done that, you connect everything and put in some holes here and there so it looks a little bit better. It doesn't look as bland as it would normally do if you just stack circles on top of each other. It's playing around with it, having some fun with all the shapes, which is not always super easy, but it is worth it in my opinion. It's a very beautiful design. And for the blades, this one is a little bit easier, I would say. Well, all the blades are the same. So there's the mangrove and then the other stairs, and then you connect it with fences and trapdoors on top. And if it's on the other end, then you just rotate the pattern. So fences on the top and trapdoor at the bottom. It's fairly easy design, let's say. The roofing is just a small dome connected with blades in the middle, and you can mix things up with the sandstone so it doesn't look as boring as it's just filling with bricks. Also placing some buttons will make it look a little bit nicer, as it's somewhere it looks like you have those bolts everywhere that hold things together, hold certain parts together. It's just a small detail that could work, or it's not really needed, but I liked it on this building, so I kept it that way. Then for the windows, always start from the bottom, go up, and then have a small roof that connects to the wall behind. And over here I extended it a little bit and connected it to this part, but I use stairs so it looks like it's somewhat extended from it and don't like connect it together. So it's also a nice thing to do, using stairs to create a little gap between your window and the wall. And from then on out I placed some spruce fences to hold together this roofing. And it's basically the same all the way around. It's a very symmetrical building. Every side of this building is basically the same thing. You could, however, add some more windows like this, and it will always look like a special window as you're using a square inside of a circle, and it just works nicely. But that's up to you whether you want that more or not. I just did one of them, and I think that's enough, to be honest. And on the balcony you place a lot of leaves so it will look green from the outside, and I also put some moss carpet so your balcony looks nice and green. And once you're done with all of that, you could add some more really beautiful elements to it. Maybe some small decorations like the wheat fields here, the pottery, or maybe you want to have like a fence around it. I will suggest waiting for the winter drop, so we have the white fencing, because I honestly was debating if I should wait with this build. As with the white fencing, this would look so much nicer. I could replace the birch fencing up there with the pale wood fencing, and I could replace everything that's diorite at this point with the pale wood, and that would look so much nicer just in general. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't wait with this thing, because it would have looked like a lot cooler. But just imagine it in your head that this is all pale wood, and I guess that also works then, right? So there you have it. Two beautiful windmills that are not really that alike. They are very different, both of them. But I'm pretty proud of them. They look pretty good in my opinion. I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned something from this. I also hope I inspired you in your next build, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.